What's in your house? What's in your house? Hey guys, this is Wayne, the ability coach, and I want to tell you about a story in 2 Kings. I'm gonna kind of hit it pretty fast, but I'm asking you, what is in your house? The story in 2 Kings about a lady that was a widow with 2 sons, and she was in financial distress real bad. Like, in those times, if you owed a lot of debt, they would put you or family members into slavery just to pay off the debt. So luckily we're not in those times, or are we? So this lady, she happens to run across a man of God, a prophet that knew her husband. She comes to him crying and said, hey, I need some help. The creditors are going to come get my kids if I don't pay this debt off. And, this and that and third. How many of us experience that? When you got collection calling you, you got these bills, monthly bills calling you about stuff. How many of us experience that? So the man says, what do you have in your house? She said, I ain't got nothing but some oil. Nothing but some oil. I'm pretty sure that lady had way more stuff than that, but she had the one thing that was valuable to her, and the thing that she knew was valuable was that oil. He proceeds to say, go to your neighbors, go to everybody in the city, get all the containers, and you and your son lock up in the house for the oil. So she did just that. In a dying, desperate attempt, a move, a survival time, she did exactly what this man of God told her to do. This prophet told her to do. She went and collected all this oil, all the containers for this oil. I'm talking about collect them everywhere. Next thing you know, she comes back out and say, all right, I did this. He tell her, go sell it. Pay off your debts. Live and give the rest to your children. That sounds so easy. There's a process in that. But he told her something to go do, and she did it. So I come to you and say, what is in your house? And I'm talking about your physical house and the house that you see in the mirror every day. You. What gift, talent, skill set, abilities, whatever that you have inside of you that you can do that can pay off your debts, can keep your kids from experiencing your debt, experiencing the family's debt, and that you can have fun off of and turn around and give it to them so they can live the rest of their life on. What is it that you don't know that you have in your house? Or what is it that you do know you have in your house that can change your life? And we can say, in this particular story, because there's no deadline of how long or how fast this happened, but we can say that it happened instant. Y'all take care. I want to go off of the previous video that I did where it talks about what is in your house, from the story of 2 Kings, where the widow had debt and her children was about to get placed into slavery. In this particular story, man, if you break it down in a different way, using it in today's time frame, many of us do suffer for some level of debt or some level of stressing about debt, whether it come from a past relationship, loved ones, whether we've did it ourselves. In all the cases of this, this information is utilized or useful in a sense because of the fact that we all suffer from it. With that, we do have these desperate moments, or these moments where we need to figure out something to get out of this situation or the bind that we're in. So in this particular story, there's a man of God, or in a sense, it could be a mentor, a consultant, a coach, someone with wisdom and experience and the solution to a problem that is needed for this lady. And as we break this down, we can go and say that, he helped her create a hustle. He helped her create a side hustle. He helped her create income where it wasn't normally would have been looked at. He even helped her create a business, start a business. And this particular case, all of these are true because of the fact that this lady, she was in a dying need. And for that very dying need causes her to not do the things that got her into debt, or to go about and do things that would seem to be the same thing over and over again. She used an impossible strategy or unfamiliar strategy to her that created the wealth or the riches or the problem or the solution to her problem. So breaking down this story, a consultant, mentor, an advisor assisted a client on a financial distress, a financial problem, and he gave her the strategy. He told her what exactly to do and to go and do it. So because this lady was in a survival mode, because she was in a mode of desperate measures, anything could work. If that man would have probably told her, not suggesting that no one should do this, to stand on the streets and collect the money, or do the underworld type of working. When I mean by underworld, I mean the street life of selling drugs or prostitution or whatever those type of standards. Those things. He could have told her anything just for her to get the result that she's looking for. And she probably would have did it. So as this consultant came to a client with a need, he fulfilled that need by giving her, or allowing her to see the value that she has within herself, or with, in this case, what was in her house. And she knew it. It wasn't like that she didn't know that this wasn't valuable to her. She knew the very thing, the only thing that was valuable to her. And as he told her, we could say he mentored her. We could say he coached her. But he gave her a solution to the problem. And this very solution happens to be the one thing that changed her life. And not only did it change her life, it changed her family life. Not only did it change the family life, it changed her family's life. Family's life. Generational wealth, in a sense. So when we look at this story, she did create a business. She created a side hustle. She created extra income outside of the norm that she used to knowing of. For that very reason, she became a person that was in distress, no longer in distress. She became a person that worried and cried herself to sleep, to a person that was crying in joy and happiness and was able to have a peaceful sleep. So when we're looking at this story shows us that you do need someone that's going to help you. And there are people that are assigned to you that you don't know who they are and they don't know who you are. And your message, or whatever you have as a problem that needs solving, there's someone is out there that's for you. Then the third thing you want to look at is, because this lady didn't have no money, nothing, he told her to get in debt by collecting things to get out of debt which were her oil and the vessels or the containers that she had to use to get out of debt. She created money out of nowhere with products and a service all together. Y'all stay safe.